guys, Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche here. So, with every fishing trip, there's some kind of story or some kind of lesson to be taken away from it. This one rolls back to right before I joined the Marine Corps, and I wanted to do a last minute fishing trip with my brothers and one of my good friends. And it goes to show you the lengths that we go through to be able to handle or accomplish a fishing trip after everything's said and done, you know what I mean? So we loaded up in my mom's car that I had helped her get before we left to the Marine Corps. And we're heading out there, have the rods hanging out the window and stuff like that, because it is a car. And we're going down the straightaway, and this is on the causeway right before they built it up and raised up the height of the bridge. So it was basically a 2-lane highway with your ability to pull off onto the side road, which was the beach area to launch for sail lines. So we're about halfway there, and I noticed an oncoming truck, and there was some guys hanging out the back. Well, that was something that was normal in our day because everybody could ride in the bed of trucks. Well, it wasn't so normal because we saw something leave their hands and come in, and as I'm looking like that, we ran right into it. It hit the hood, skidded up the window, smashing into the window, spraying glass all over me and my brothers that were in the back seat, and basically it blinded me. I couldn't see where I was going. Lucky that my friend that was in the passenger side has already been driving and, you know, had the basic knowledge of what needed to be done to help me get off the road, you know, because I had to have him coach me off the road because I couldn't see. So put on my emergencies real quick, and then you know, as cars moved over, we found open spots. We were able to move off into the median and get off the highway. So I was sitting there pulling glass out of my face and checking on my brothers and everything, and just realizing how close we were to a catastrophic, you know, drive to go fishing. So I'm sitting there, and, you know, and they're sad, and, you know, we kind of realized that this might be the last trip we go fishing. So what do we do? So I asked him, I said, you know what? I said, I'm fine. I got little cuts and this and that. You know, we don't have a good description for the vehicle, so even if I wanted to call the police, we'd have to go to an actual area and use a payphone to call the police. So we sat there, and they're like, I said, man, if y'all want to go fishing, let's go fishing. And they're like, yeah, let's go. So we ended up going out there, and we caught some sharks and bull reds, and we got into some kingfish, and, you know, we had an extravagant fishing day with my brothers and my good friend. But it dawns on you when stuff like that happens that you just never know when a last family moment can happen, you know. And I lucked out that even though I served in the military, I was able to return home and continue going fishing with my family and friends and be here today. But many times I sit back and realize on that day, man, that could have gone so bad in so many ways so quickly. I was just very blessed that it didn't, because where the rock actually hit was down toward the corner of the left side of the windshield, which gave it more structure. Since it was so close to that corner edge, it would have been higher up, about 6 inches. We would have, yeah, it would have been, somebody would have died that day, because that was part of some gang initiation that they had back in that day, was throwing rocks into incoming traffic and trying to hurt and kill or maim people. So it was a very dangerous situation we were put into, and just super glad that God was on our side on that day watching over us. So I just wanted to take a moment to share how the little things, you know, like I said, cherish them when you can, because you never know when you'll be able to repeat them. All right, guys, y'all have a good one.